And welcome back to Shit They Don't Tell You. I'm Steve Green.
I'm Nikki Limo.
And today,
and this is Franklin Limo Green.
Franklin Belmont Limo Green. Today, indeed, we are talking about relationship questions.
Indeed.
Hooray.
Hurrah.
So, and cliffhanger from last episode, we are going right into the one that has been living in my brain.
Ooh, the one you've been thinking about for days.
For a day.
For a day.
Yeah. Okay. Ever since I read about it, I was like, man.
It's Vegas.
The situation burns me up.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right, here we go.
I'm intrigued.
39 male, falsely accused by my wife's father. How do we move forward?
Falsely accused.
Yeah, falsely accused. My in-laws, who are in their 60s, have a lake house. It has a ton of space. It's a frequent vacation spot, and every holiday is done there. They've owned it since before I met my wife. 4 years ago, we were all staying there when my wife's cousin, 37 female. Why do they always got to say everyone's age?
It does help sometimes when you're thinking of decisions that they're making.
So we're all staying there when my wife's cousin got a very foul email. I won't go into what it said, but suffice it to say it made her cry. My father-in-law works in IT. He examined the headers and determined that the email originated from an Android phone and that it was off the lake house Wi-Fi. My in-laws are Apple users and I am an Android user. My father-in-law accused me in front of everyone of sending the message. I denied it, let him search my phone, and told him I would never do that. He found nothing, but made a big show of telling me I had attacked his family and that I was banned from his home.
What?
He subsequently made a big post on Facebook about how he'll always protect his family and how I had violated his home.
What the hell?
Yeah. My wife now goes there with our kids alone. I have not been there, and I have not spoken with my in-laws in 4 years.
The wife didn't have his back?
So many reasons.
The fuck?
So many reasons why this burns me up. We do holidays on a separate day together, and then on the holiday, I go with my family, and she takes the kids to the lake house. Yes, it sucks. When asked why I wasn't there, my father-in-law told my kids that I do bad things.
What the hell?
Over 4th of July week, her cousin got another email from the same address. Once again, Android, and once again on the lake house Wi-Fi. This time I was 200 miles away. Well, when they checked, the other cousin, first cousin's sister, and her kids had Androids. The kids were bored and sending prank emails, not realizing they could be traced. My wife called me up, relayed the story, and asked if I could come down for the rest of the week with the family. I told her that I would love to, and to let me know what day everyone would be there for the father-in-law to make a public apology to me.
Yes.
She got very quiet and said they just want to move forward.
No, you don't get to do that.
I replied, I do too, and I will be happy to do so after your father publicly admits to the family that he was wrong, apologizes to me.
It's like not even public. It's just like to the family. Come on.
Apologizes to our children and posts a public apology on Facebook.
Okay, that's fine, but like,
So,
yeah.
My wife started crying and said he's not going to do that.
What a piece of shit.
I told her that I'm not going to come back to the lake house, that her father made it clear he doesn't consider me family until he makes it right. And until he makes it right, I am done with our entire family. He essentially wants to pretend like it never happened and make it look like he forgave me and welcomed me back.
Ew.
I am not on board with this.
No.
When they arrived back, I informed her that in the words of her father, I had to protect my family and our children would not be going back to the lake house either.
Good.
My wife is devastated, begging me to forgive and move on. She says that her parents already feel awful, that they never said I wasn't family, and now...
They didn't make him feel awful?
Exactly. They never said I wasn't family, and now they want to publicly shame. Now I want to publicly shame and embarrass them.
Why are they have such victims all the time?
She says it's not fair that I'm asking her to choose between me and her parents. I counted that her parents set up that choice 4 years ago, and she'd already chosen. Mm-hmm. Boom. The next lake house trip is Labor Day weekend. I've already told her I will be bringing the kids to my brother's that weekend for a barbecue and pool party. My wife has agreed to come with us, but she keeps bringing up the lake house and begging me to reconsider. It keeps ending up with my blood pressure spiking and her crying, so I've asked her to stop bringing it up. My wife and I do love each other very much. This is maybe like 5% of our whole relationship, but it's something that's been weighing on me, and I know it's driving a wedge between us. I've always felt that my wife chooses her parents over me. She says she's sorry I feel that way, but it's not true. I told her that in 4 years she didn't stand up for me because she didn't believe I didn't do it. She vehemently denies this, saying she's been trying to get her parents to let me come back since then. I don't want to unnecessarily shame her father, but making right the damage he did is non-negotiable. At the same time, my wife is crying every day. She's not eating. She's losing weight. And I know this is taking a tremendous toll on her. I don't want to be the reason why she has this much stress and anxiety. How do I address this with my wife without causing a confrontation? How do I ensure my kids understand the situation without feeling wrongly caught in the middle?
This is super hard.
Isn't this crazy?
Because like you cannot teach your kids that that's okay. So like he has to stand on morals, right? And I don't get how the wife doesn't see that giving an apology when you were wrong about something is not shaming them.
That's correct.
That it's not.
Why do you want to be around people who are this scummy?
Right.
Like you want to go visit them, but they publicly shamed your husband and in front of his kids.
Exactly, and publicly made a post about it. Is he going to delete that Facebook post?
This father-in-law is such a. It reminds me of all these smarmy fucks when I was in school.
Yeah.
Who just know everything. They're so smart already, and they already know everything. And I work in IT, so I already know it's him. It's like, oh yeah, dude. Well, you fucked up.
Like, it's fine to make mistakes, but you need to apologize and own those mistakes. But, like, if the husband agrees not to shame the father and just accept an apology, would that be enough? I bet it wouldn't. Because the dad just doesn't want to admit that he was wrong.
Which is insane. How could you be proud of your dad? If that like would smoke my dad as far as like how I see him.
But then, and I feel bad for the wife because she was just raised by these people. So, like, how is she to know any better?
Yeah, but
right,
man.
like that is why I think you really, really need to marry somebody that shares your core values and sees life the same way as you. Because this is just one of these things that I know he said it was 5% of their relationship, but this is a big deal in my opinion. This is like deal. If you cannot see what's wrong with the situation, then that is huge.
Huge,
and you can't instill that into your kids. You have to, like, your kids need to know that when they make a mistake, they need to apologize.
And if you're gonna grandstand in front of everybody and like dunk on me, you better believe that you're gonna apologize when you're proven
wrong. Yeah,
absolutely,
100%.
Because you're the fucking asshole who's grandstanding like that and be like, I have to protect my family. First of all, Jack, we get it. Like, you're such a tough dude and all this shit. We got it,
yeah,
man.
you own a rifle.
Mr. Family Protector, we got you, bro.
Right.
I see you a mile away, you insecure fucking weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, for me, your wife doesn't have your back.
Yeah, that sucks.
At all. And she
sucks.
picked her family years ago, like he said. He basically knows what's going on. He just is stuck.
I mean, it seems like the dad already didn't like him.
Yeah,
like to just jump to that like immediately and be fine with that, and that's cool. Like that's totally cool with them. Like it seems like there was like a little bit of a history there, maybe, or building up, and he was just looking for a reason.
Yeah.
Because like, how do you just ban your daughter's husband immediately for like something that's not like proven?
And also those little fucking shits, the cousins, didn't say shit while this guy's getting kicked out of the family.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck? Like, and then, dude, first of all, if the father-in-law saying, oh, he does bad things,
I
would
my
melt
kids,
this guy's face
to
off.
The kids.
Oh yeah, I'd rip his freaking head off.
No,
unbelievable.
Yeah, I would be so pissed too.
And imagine like you're the wife and you're just standing there hearing that. Oh yeah, well, what are we having for dinner after that? Like, what are you talking about?
That's what I don't get.
I wouldn't even be.
That's
in the
why
same
this is such a deal breaker to me. This is
code.
Why this is like not just a 5% thing. Like this is a huge thing to me. I would feel so betrayed by you if this is like what happened.
Yeah,
I'd be seething.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's more patient than maybe it works for them because he's more patient with this sort of thing. But being like
falsely accused is my least favorite thing of all time.
100%.
And it happened to me at a very young age, so I really have a personal iron in this one because like I was going to a school and it was just a public elementary school, and there was a note found in the woods next to us where they basically like these people wrote that like that they were me and writing to one of the girls who was in my neighborhood and telling her to like come show up and wear something tight and sexy. Meanwhile, I'm 8 years old.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. And so I get hauled in, I go into school one day, I get hauled into the principal's office and told that like I'm going to get expelled or whatever because I wrote this note and signed it and buried it in the woods, and then it got unearthed and then brought to fucking school by somebody.
Wow.
And then the administrator, I got the fucking principal talking to an 8-year-old like he's a criminal.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was going on. I was just so confused. I was like, I did not write this. It's not my handwriting. I don't even know what the hell is absolutely going on.
Yeah.
And then all these asshole administrator guys are just looking at me like I'm the biggest scumbag ever.
They caught ya.
Yeah, and I was going down for this thing, and thankfully my sister, who, is one of the best people ever, she freaking went around my whole neighborhood and made people like do writing samples.
Yeah. She's the best. It's
the only reason I didn't get kicked out of school for something I didn't do.
You make me cry.
It's just...
Yeah, getting falsely accused.
It's so confusing. You're just
you're just a little kid.
You didn't do it, and I didn't even know what the hell was going on.
And it's not just being falsely accused. It's that the adults are like looking at you like they got you. They got you dead to rights.
And they're so sure.
Oh,
and by the way,
and they're so smart. They're smarter than you.
So then this girl knocks on my door one day, and she's like a local girl in the neighborhood, and she basically is like, "Hey, I wrote the letter. I'm sorry," or whatever.
No repercussions for her.
No repercussions for her. Nobody at the school apologized to me. They just let it go and walked the other way. That
sucks.
Nobody was like, "Hey, we're sorry, Steven."
Yeah.
Like, just really.
Poor guy.
Ugh.
I want to give that kid a hug.
Yeah.
Well.
So yeah, shit like this just grinds my fucking gears, man.
Yeah.
Like people being so sure while being so wrong. Hate it.
I've definitely been falsely accused before, and people being so sure
and
so wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like infuriating.
It is,
especially when you can't prove your innocence.
No, can't control it.
Like it's like, yeah, I'm just kind of fucked. But like I didn't do it. All you can hope for is that the truth will prevail.
You hope for it, but then there's all these smarmy assholes out there. Like dude, like this is not the best example, but people who like, for example, over the years, like, oh, you faked your pranks I know you faked your pranks and all shit. I'm like, bro, I did not fake my fucking pranks. It was like the biggest pain in the ass for Maker Studios
to get like
that I didn't fake my pranks.
And you like didn't release some videos because people tore up their like image waivers or whatever.
Exactly. So like, come on, dude. But recently, Nick from JK was at a podcast, and he met one of my buddies from the Maker Days, Lane Pavogi, and he was like, oh, I work with Steve all the time at JK. He's like, oh my God. He's like, dude, doing Steve's videos, man. He had people doing the craziest shit. And then he's like, dude, getting those people to sign their releases after was the most fucking insane, hardest shit of all time, because you had to get them to sign it afterward.
Yeah.
And they're like pissed and confused and mad and like humiliated or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so, he was like if I hired all these people, right? Yes, we paid people, but if I hired them and they were in on it, they knew what we were doing.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have any problem getting them signed releases. But again, everybody who worked with me knows that shit. So I remember there was like people thinking that. I'm like, dude, I worked so hard not to.
Yeah. That's the part, is to have integrity and then get accused anyway. That's like, so on a smaller scale at JK Party, like I've recently got vindicated, but
that's right.
But like for like over a year, I was getting comments on Big Mood and stuff that like I faked like winning, like I cheated like certain guessing games that were deduction games, which now you should know I'm pretty fucking good at, because like I play poker, and like I just recently was on this show, The Big Game, where I guessed Phil Hellmuth's exact hand, and like, what did I see his hand?
You cheated.
Did I cheat and I saw his hand? No, I just I'm pretty good at deduction.
You're really good at it.
And in a way that seems like magic to people. That but in my head it makes complete sense. And it's like I do get like just flashes of like, this is correct, like, and it's just like I just know, and I can't explain it, but like I just know it's like reasonably deducted, and also it's the right answer. And there were a few times where it didn't seem to the audience that I had enough information to make that guess, but in my head it was clear as fucking crystal day. And I got accused for so long of cheating, and it made me so upset, because there was no money involved. Like, why would I cheat? Like, to get bragging rights for JK Party? Like, there's no reason to cheat. There's zero reason. I'm competitive. Yeah, like, I want to win. Right. But, like, to cheat. And then not only that, but there were certain times where we had shot a game for, like, 2 hours. And I won't say the cast member, but they showed their cards. And I refused to pretend that we didn't see the cards. And it's like, we had to scrap, like, hours of footage because this person showed their cards, and I didn't want to, cheat to win.
Exactly.
Like, And so to have also done that behind the scenes and then get accused of cheating, it was so infuriating. And it was like, how do I prove that I know how to do deduction really well in my head. I'm never going to be able to prove that.
You made final table of the World Series of Poker. One of the,
And then I put
and then
people,
everyone's like, whoa,
I put people
where'd this come from?
on
like,
exact hands all the time, like at the table where they're like, did you see my cards? And I'm like, nope, I just know.
You see the story.
Just see the story and also like know the player type you are, and I know what level you've studied at, which you would, with the pre-flop action, the way that went down, why you would call from that position instead of raise or like, whatever. And I've narrowed it down to one hand that you could possibly bet like that.
By the way, she also loses at poker. She's not saying no. She's a fucking flawless
and
god.
I don't know everybody's hands.
She's
it's just that certain hands I've been able to like really call out immediately, and people are like, how the fuck did you know that?
Yeah. She's not easily taken for a ride.
It is what it is. But yeah, I feel vindicated now that like,
because some guy,
I'm in a different career path that like loves that.
Some guy reached out to you and he's like, dude, I found you on the big game. I saw you crushing like.
He's like, I went down a YouTube rabbit hole and I saw that you also crushed it at Mafia and other social deduction games. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so keen of that person.
That's really
random person to like do. It almost seems like a fake account because I'm like, how did like, it's so vindicating to like go to have that. Anyway, that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like more than that. It was like 2018.
And as always, the people inside know the truth, but then there's always going to be people like, I just don't believe it. There's just no way. I just know there's no way.
Good for you, bud. You're super smart.
Wow, way to go, dude. You knew nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know nothing.
Like, I feel relieved now that at least like that, like there's evidence out there that I'm better at other social deduction games.
Dude, me and Nikki, we're not blowing on my own horn here, but we're high integrity people. We don't fucking.
Yeah.
It's more worth it for me to have nothing.
Right.
To have nothing than to be a liar.
100%.
Like, I would rather just.
Dude, I'd be so rich if I didn't have integrity. Oh my God, I'd be so fucking rich.
Girl, same. Same.
Preach.
Girl.
But
you know what? Like,
fucking
while I'm watching
morals, man.
Oh, it sucks. Like, yeah, you got all these guys. Lamborghini video.
If you want to get rich, throw your integrity out the window.
Exactly.
You can get rich. What I would give to be sociopathic.
Oh, same. Honest to God. Yeah, but no.
No, but not really.
Not really.
Yeah. Because you know what? We have what money can't buy, and that's love, and that's purity, and that's integrity.
And I know in every room I'm ever in, nobody can ever say, I worked with him and that, that was all bullshit.
Yeah.
Nope. Can't do it. Go ask George Kimmel. Go ask any of those people. Anyway.
Moving on. Sucks for that guy and that in his relationship. I feel bad for him.
Do you see why that story bored me up so bad?
100%.
Yeah, that story is crazy.
Especially like you started off 39 male. I'm like, well, this is Steve.
I'm not 39 yet, buddy.
You got a couple weeks, yeah.
Probably by the time this
comes out, it'll probably be your birthday.
Dang, crazy. You won't even be here for my birthday.
Climbing up that hill.
Shut up. Are we going to do something for my birthday before or after?
I don't know. What do you want?
Well, I know you're planning something big.
Whatever you want. Yeah, that big 39.
Yeah, it's a big one. Something. Okay.
I want to get you a new phone.
Yeah, we'll give you a new phone.
Spoilers.
Wife, 35, cheated on me emotionally.
Oh.
What can I do to get past this?
Okay.
So my wife, he's 37, she's 35, makes no fucking difference, but all right, was caught having an emotional affair with their ex-boyfriend from college. Their communication spread across multiple platforms, including Snapchat. So I'm not sure of everything that has been sent. I did see some texting, which included flirting and suggestive GIFs and memes that included phallic images. We've been
looking good.
We've been together for almost a decade.
Okay.
And married just shy of 5 years. She doesn't believe that she was having an emotional affair because the messages were often sent while drunk and they did not include talking about meeting up or directly saying they wanted to do things together. They included complaining about me often. That's a hit.
Okay.
Wanting to FaceTime each other. Talking about her ass, etc. I found all this after she told me she would stop talking to him. Oof. Since addressing her, she stopped drinking entirely and blocked him on everything. She wants me to check her phone periodically. She also seems upset that I am hurt still and upset. It's only been a week.
Get over it.
I'm not sure what to do from here. That was a whole week ago, babe. Come on.
Yeah, we called you a farty fat ass. But Get over it.
I'm not sure what to do from here. I love her, but this is also weighing on me pretty heavily. I'm exhausted, sad, cannot trust her right now. Any advice would be helpful.
Well, okay.
This is toughy.
It's a toughie. Yeah. Because, okay. That's what your wife did was bad.
Yeah.
That is no question. She is now rectifying her behavior by blocking him on all platforms.
Yeah.
I don't know how to gauge emotional cheating, like as far as like how bad that is.
What's the crime?
Like
is?
Like as far as like if I were to hit the breakup button.
Yeah.
You know, because like she stopped drinking, or maybe she only does it. It's not an excuse for her behavior, but like now she's blocking him on everything, and like she hopefully said sorry and stuff. And she shouldn't be like, why are you not over it? Like, that sucks.
She sounds like a real...
Like, you do need to, like, process your emotions. I would like to know, I guess, if they were complaining about you. Like if your wife's complaining about you, I'd want to address that. Like,
me too.
That would be, like, the first thing. Like, I don't know what she said to complain about you, but I would want to work on that. Like, is that worth it for you to work on? Are her complaints valid?
Agreed.
Like, because I think sometimes this happens when like needs aren't being met, and then they're going to someone else for those needs, and so they're complaining about you to vent about to someone else that's going to give them what they want, whether it's adoration, attention, like affection, whatever it is. And so they're venting about you because like they maybe subconsciously feel a little guilty too. Like, so they're like, yeah, my husband won't do this, blah, blah. But I mean, it's not okay like that, especially like an ex-lover. That's definitely not okay. But yeah, I would want to, I guess, fix that part of her, like what is missing there. Like I would want to know what the link is there, what's missing that she's complaining about you about, and is it valid, and is it worth working on, or are you just like so hurt that she betrayed you basically? Are
the phallic images bigger than me?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the phallic images.
Look at me and tell me.
Wait, he said they were memes.
GIFs and memes.
GIFs and memes. Does that count? Like, it's not a dick
If I knew
pic
you were sending somebody GIFs and memes, I'd be pretty pissed.
Of a dick? If I was sending
pretty upset.
someone...
If it was bigger than mine, I'd be upset.
But that's impossible, baby.
I mean, this is... the basically, to me, it's about how she responds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because saying like, why aren't you over this yet, isn't how you treat this. If you fucked up, you need to be the one who's like working towards fixing the problem, not the one who's going like, wait, are we still on this thing?
Yeah.
I thought we moved on. You should never get to say that.
I also she says it's not emotional cheating. I don't know what the difference between flirting and emotional cheating is, because like I think they're two different things.
I think they're two different things too.
Yeah.
Like you're emotionally cheating with somebody is like consistently the same person, and you're constantly like hitting them up about things or whatever. Yeah,
and like getting deep and like getting intimate.
Yeah.
Like with
Wouldn't it be great if we vacationed here someday or some shit like that? Yeah,
like like that kind of like it feels like different to me than just like flirty text. I mean, they're both bad, but like I don't. I guess I'm a little naive to the difference.
Well, you're a naive person in general.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm just a widow baby. That's why.
I like it when you do that voice. Please don't do that right now. Yeah, it's a toughie punishment wise. Punishment wise is tough.
I don't think of it as punishment. I think of it as like you need time to process your feelings. And like,
no, but I'm saying like he's like, I don't know what to do about this situation. Should I like be in my marriage or whatever? Like that shit's crazy to me.
Is this breakup worthy? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if it's a betrayal that you think she'll do again, or you think she's not trustworthy now.
If you think she's not trustworthy, you can just walk away.
Yeah, but it's not so easy. Like, they've been married for almost a decade. Or they've been together for almost a decade, married for 5 years. So yeah, it's like a process to like divorce. Yeah. But also not worth your happiness if you don't think you can trust the person you're sleeping next to.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. What would you do?
I would want to see how my partner responds.
Right. What if I was responding like that? Like, get over it.
Then we'd have another conversation about it.
Right.
Like, I don't think that you take me very seriously, and that's like
hurts
really
your feelings.
important. Yeah.
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 And then see where
if
it
that
goes from there.
changes. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, does your partner care about you?
100%.
Because you got to find out if your partner cares about you and your feelings, or if they're just like, ugh, how long is it going to take for this sad boy to get over this?
It's pretty pivotal, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty important.
Yeah. Those are all very important factors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to say with this limited information, and it's only been a week, so
yeah,
we don't know. I wouldn't hit the breakup button yet. But also, I feel like when people are writing, they're also in a state of heightened emotions.
Yes.
So the picture he's painting of his wife seems pretty grim right now.
It's pretty bad.
But maybe she's like less mean than that,
Yeah.
and we're just getting a skewed picture.
Never know.
We don't know. So anyway,
what we do know is we're about to go on a break.
We're about to go on a break. Not our relationship,
Nope.
but the podcast is going to go on a quick break. Probably talk about something really cool. But if not, you should head to our Patreon if you want to support the show. If you like the show, patreon.com/sticky, STIKKI. Steve does a crypto corner live stream every week where he answers all your crypto questions.
Every
he holds
Tuesday.
your hand. They have a great Discord community over there. We have a great Discord community in general. We also do monthly free roll poker tournaments with cash prizes, and we do a monthly live stream that you can win money with, and you get the show a day early. So there's that. You get to be a privileged few people. Your questions get moved to the top of the Ask Us Anything
Top of the chain
episodes. And with that, we will see you after the break.
BRB.
Hey, we're on a break right now, and I guess we're supposed to promo our show.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about our show.
We're going to talk about a show that you took a break from to talk about how you should listen to our show.
Technically, we're not on break. We're still working.
It's called Shit They Don't Tell You, and it's all the shit that we wish people would have told us that we had to mess up on and figure out ourselves. Now we're telling you about it.
That's it.
And sometimes we answer questions that you send in, and sometimes we judge other people's situations.
So keep listening, and check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/sticky. Thank you.
And shout out to Brian Jorgensen.
And hello, we are back.
Hello.
I got a doozy for you.
Oh, okay. I love doozies.
My 30 male
Are
husband.
they like floozies?
It's pretty close. You'll see.
I love them.
Pretty close. My 30 male husband told me, 29 female. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate how they do this shit.
You hate ages.
I'm just gonna say the damn sentence.
Well, I like knowing their ages.
Okay, my husband told me. Okay, so this is the wife.
Okay.
Okay, my husband told me that he has a hot wife fetish, and I'm not about it. Has anyone ever been through this before and have advice?
What?
Okay. Do you know what a hot wife fetish is?
I mean, I'm guessing a fetish for your wife being hot.
That's what I thought. That is
and
incorrect.
It's wrong?
That is incorrect.
Okay.
So
fooled me.
My husband told me a couple of weeks ago he has a hot wife fetish, which, if you didn't know, like me, means he wants me to sleep with other men.
What? He's a cuck.
Yeah, how's it? That's what I thought.
Don't change the fetish.
Yeah, don't change. What do you mean hot
Does
wife
it sound
fetish?
better?
It does sound better. Saying you have a hot wife fetish is kind of tight.
You're a cuck. It's fine.
Right. Yeah, you're a cuck. I immediately told him no and tried my best not to make him feel horrible for being transparent with me, but this sounds insane, right?
Insane.
He has been bringing it up now for the last 3 weeks, nearly every day.
What?
But he isn't getting the hint. I am already overwhelmed between work and being a mother.
Oh my God.
I don't understand why he wants this or why he won't drop it. I'm worried maybe he secretly wants to sleep with other people, even though he says that isn't the case at all. Also, I feel like he wants me to be a piece of meat. Like I'm supposed to be a slut now? Finally, what about the risks that seem crazy overwhelming? Sex with who? Some random stranger? What about the risk of pregnancy? What about our kid? Am I supposed to be alone? How is that safe? Like I married you because I only wanted you for the rest of my life. All that said, I don't want to leave him or anything like that, and I'd be lying if there wasn't a small part of me that thinks the idea of this is exhilarating, and although everything in me says no, and this is crazy, I'd be lying if it hasn't got me thinking. Are there any other wives who have been approached about this type of fetish by their husband, or any husbands have a similar fetish and have brought it up to your significant other? Any advice at all?
This is like the opposite problem of most people. Like, oh,
right?
I hope she doesn't cheat on me. And this one's like, why won't she cheat on me with all these dudes?
Yeah, and then it's the opposite of the open relationship thing where it's like, we're gonna be in an open relationship, and then like the chick is the only one getting calls, and then the guy's like, oh fuck, this sucks.
He's like, go fuck people, and she's like, I don't want to. What the hell? Wow.
They rebranded cuck into hot wife. It's pretty interesting.
That's quite the rebrand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if you're a cuck, you should be a proud cuck.
Proud cuck. Stand up tall.
Yeah, cuck-a-doodle-doo. I have not had this happen to me.
This hasn't happened to me either.
My husband has claimed murder-suicide if I ever were to do something like this.
Triple
homicide, murder-suicide. I don't know who else is in the triple of the homicides.
Whatever, yeah. If it was a threesome or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I'm just super kinky when I cheat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, no, has not happened to me. I have a boyfriend, an ex-boyfriend who suggested a threesome, and he brought it up several times in the beginning of a relationship, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is new. Like, why am I not enough? Thinking that he wanted it to be a girl, and he wanted it to be a guy.
Insane.
So then I got thinking like, could I do it? But then I was like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. Once I like have feelings for someone, I just can't do it.
Just
can't do
it.
I could do it if I was single, didn't have feelings for anyone, like maybe could compartmentalize a bit more, but like, I can't do it. I can't mix.
Yeah. No mixies.
No mixies for me. Yeah, I don't, if that was your fetish, I genuinely don't know. I don't know how I could get it. Because then she has to compromise her internal morals, it sounds like, too, unless she like secretly kind of likes it, which she kind of was alluding to, like maybe it's exhilarating and I'm just like letting my old belief system limit me. I don't know. I just kind of feel like she'll feel bad afterwards, like she'll feel demoralized afterwards if it's not something that she's like super into. The thought of letting like some random men outside your marriage use you like that, I feel like it's pretty demoralizing.
I feel like him bringing it up every day is one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
It's pretty,
in a long time.
It's funny from an outsider perspective.
It's hilarious.
I would hate in a way that's like I would hate to be that person in it, but
it's
like
so
as an
funny.
audience member, it is funny.
Yeah, that one tickles me because it's like he's just sitting there.
And she's like trying to be a mom and like
he's like, hey, or she's sitting there and she's like, oh, what do you think about? He's like, I'm thinking about the hot wife fetish. What do you think? Like every day.
And like, who's scouting the guys? Like, I agree with her that she's got her head in the right place. The logistics.
Yeah.
I don't think he thinks about.
He's just fantasy
thinking
land.
with his dick.
Yeah.
Doesn't think about the logistics.
But he's not thinking with his dick.
So now
I don't get it.
She's gonna have to be the showrunner for his fantasy.
Right.
Like it always is. It's like, okay, you want shit to happen, she's got to make it happen, and
true.
and it's like it's not even her fantasy. Now she's got to like fucking put the shit together.
It's messed.
It's annoying.
So annoying.
Yeah, I would be annoyed if I was her. Also, why doesn't my husband want to fuck me? Like that's where I'm at.
Because to me, he's not thinking about his dick. He's thinking about other dudes' dicks, and that's a non-starter.
That gets him off.
But that's a
that's so weird.
Hey, I'm not yucking
Look,
it.
I'm not gonna yuck it. Not yucking it. Not for us.
Yucky for me. Yucky for me.
Yuck for him, but not for, and we're not gonna yuck yours.
Some people don't like macaroni and cheese because they think it's yucky.
Well, they're wrong.
I agree.
Just straight up wrong.
Straight up wrong. Yeah, that one. I mean, he like developed that in the relationship, or like it was something he was suppressing for a long time. And it comes to the surface one day. Like what?
See, this is what scares me is that like you need to be upfront with me about all your fucking kinks up front before I sign a contract dedicating my life to you.
Agreed.
But maybe things come up. Maybe it's dormant. I don't know. Maybe that could be. There are things that
there's no way 10 years ago he knows about a hot wife fetish.
Exactly. Maybe he didn't know until he had a hot wife.
Yeah. Love it.
Maybe he didn't know. I feel bad for people with kinks that can't be explored through traditional marriage, I guess, especially if like that's what the other party signed up for.
Yeah. This makes feet guys seem like alpha male, like supremes though. Yeah,
especially if it's just their wife's feet. Like monogamous feet guys.
Yeah. Like Quentin Tarantino, every single movie with feet everywhere.
Right. I used to think that was a joke, but then as I grew up, I realized like that is a fetish.
Oh yeah. I used to think it was a bit.
Me too.
Straight up bit.
Like it took me a long time to realize it was actually an actual thing.
It's a real sexual thing, and people like your feet too.
Yeah, I am on Wiki Feet.
Yeah. So shout
try
out.
to hide them from Mark. Edit them out.
Okay, next
Mark's
question.
the one putting them up there.
Yeah, exactly. Next question. My 26 male girlfriend's 24 female coworker, 24 male. You like me doing the ages?
I do, actually.
Okay.
It helps.
Kissed her at a work party.
Oof.
How do I move past this?
Kissed her or she kissed him?
My girlfriend, 24 female, and I have been together for 4 years. Last night she had a work event that led into more drinks afterwards. She told me the first thing this morning and said basically her coworker, 24 male, kissed her, but she lingered a bit before she pulled away. She was very distraught and kept saying she's really sorry and regretted it and she wasn't thinking. I just feel numb and in shock and betrayed. I have no idea what to do now. How do I navigate this? How do I move past it? Is this forgivable?
Toughie. She's honest right away.
I like that she's honest.
Me too. Like, she didn't have to tell him the detail about her lingering.
Nope. She could have said it was fucked up and all this shit.
Yeah, she owned it.
I think
know.
she showed a lot of recklessness and then maturity.
Yeah. Honestly, from what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
I would forgive that. I would be hurt, but I would eventually forget because of the honesty right away and the apology honesty right away. I'm never going to do it again.
If I told you, I was like, hey, Nikki, I left JK. We all went afterwards. And then there was a girl at the bar and we were drunk and I kissed her and I popped a B.
Popped a B?
Popped a
boner?
A boner, yeah. Popped a B. I'm like, hey, babe, just so you know, while this was happening, because I want to be completely honest with you, I popped a B. And then I'm telling you about this.
Yeah,
but then it does not make me look really good the next day because then it's like, that's a really honest thing.
I didn't hear sorry in there.
And I'm really sorry about it. And I'm sorry that I popped the B too.
I don't think you're sorry about that. I think you're sorry that you got caught.
But see, I'm trying to use... So does the truthfulness...
I always try to put myself in the person's shoes when they're giving these things. And I also, I think from experience too, I think which is why I like the ages.
Yeah, okay.
I think at that age, it would have wrecked me and I would not have gotten over it. And there's no way. Just gone. You're bi. I don't care. You're done.
And you're saying you're bi.
You're bi and you're done. You're goodbye too, not just a regular bye. Goodbye. But yeah, and now I think I've learned a gamut of people. Yeah. I've learned a lot of how abnormal people are than what we've been conditioned to see as normal, and how common that is. And how fucked up everyone's relationships are.
That's a fact.
And
also, work parties are dangerous,
on the
folks.
scale of how fucked up it can get out there, I think this is so innocent on that scale. But in my early 20s, this would have been unforgivable.
I'm with you, actually. I think the ages do matter here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean it's not a fucking bummer.
No, it's not not okay. I'm not saying but she knows that it's not okay, and she feels guilty about it.
That's what matters to me is she's distraught about it and shit like that.
Right,
I think that's important.
Yeah, and she obviously she is gonna hopefully traumatized her enough that she's not gonna do it again.
Exactly.
Blah blah blah, and So in my opinion, after 4 years, if she hasn't ever betrayed your trust in any way before, I think that's forgivable.
Also, work party dude needs a word.
Needs a spanking.
Needs a word.
He needs a little talking to.
He does need a spanking. I would have a word with that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, right away. Oh yeah.
What are you gonna say to him?
Hi man, I'm the guy.
Hi man.
Hi dude. I have a hot wife thing. That's what I say.
You want to fuck her too?
I open with that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have worked in the other situation.
Definitely.
See, one man's problem is another one's treasure.
Exactly. No, I would tell the guy, hey, dude, that's, don't ever do that again, ever.
Yeah.
And also maybe consider getting another fucking job.
Also, you're scary because you're 6'4". You'd probably tower over that guy.
I'll kick his fucking ass. Honest to God.
I'd be scared to be that guy.
Yeah, honest to God. I'm not one of those tough guys either, dude.
No, you're not.
Those guys, no.
Stay away.
No. Okay. Here we go. Next one. My similar vein here. My 30 female coworker, 40 to 50 male, is discreetly pursuing me.
Wait, say it again.
my coworker.
Yeah, but what the ages were?
30 female.
Okay.
He's 40 to 50.
Okay, coworker.
He's discreetly pursuing me. It makes me uncomfortable.
Ew, yeah.
How do I make him understand that he needs to stop?
You got to just tell him.
At work, I am friendly, but I am not a friend. So I would chit-chat about mundane things in smaller meetings. But I'm not comfortable doing this in a big gathering. My colleague M is newish to the team. I and M had 2 meetings, one to introduce ourselves, and the second one was to talk about a project. Then we messaged a bit about meeting relating stuff after. We don't have any projects together, and our work isn't related at all, but we're part of the same team. I thought that's that. But then he started sending me good morning messages every day via Teams. No work questions, just good mornings and how are yous. I was weirded out. But when I wouldn't reply, he would start ranting via Messenger about I forgot about him and how I don't pay attention to him anymore. Or when I mentioned I'm away or sick, he would call me beautiful or lovely in our team chat. I always ignore those messages. He gives me clingy boyfriend vibes. I decided I would avoid him. The direct messaging stops. My problem is our manager is now asking me to work with him on an internal ADOC project. I'm pretty sure this came from him because he started messaging again. I'm not interested in him and will never be because he's not my type at all. And 2, I never date at work, ever. I don't want to escalate things by interacting with him more. How can I make him understand quietly but firmly that I will never be interested? Jesus Christ.
Just use buzzwords like inappropriate work behavior, not professional.
Yeah.
I'd like to remain professional.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Say I'm married, I have 7 kids.
You're not going to get him to stop thinking the thoughts.
No.
So you just have to get him to stop doing the actions.
Yeah, but that's the tricky part is if you don't have HR to go to or whatever like that because you're a smaller company.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're like a startup or something. I have no idea. But I mean, obviously HR is number one.
Yeah, HR
Someone
for
needs
sure.
to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
Like the boss, whoever that is.
Yeah, I would go to the upper management if the actions didn't stop.
Because then you don't, because as a woman, I understand that you can't just directly
Yeah,
do
it's real
things
scary.
sometimes.
Because if you reject certain males, they are very aggressive. I've had a stalker before when I was 18.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did too. I tried to block it out. But luckily he didn't get to where I would physically see him again. He didn't follow me. He didn't know where I lived, Yeah. He would just blow up my phone about 300 times a day.
So insane.
Yeah. And back then you couldn't block numbers. I had a Nokia phone. It was there wasn't the capabilities we have now. And he would call from all kinds of different numbers too.
Insane.
Yeah, and he would leave messages I just want to talk. We just hit it off so well. He met me at work. I was a waitress and he was in a bar, and I gave him drinks, and then made the mistake of giving my real number because I was scared.
Yeah.
And I was, I was 18 and he was 30 something, and he just blew up my phone a billion times a day.
You didn't think that was kind of hot?
No.
How many times a day is reasonable?
150, that would be okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
300, excessive. Yeah.
Too excessive.
No, I learned to change the digit, one digit of my phone number.
So it sounds real?
Yeah. So, and it flows naturally.
Yeah.
But I changed a digit. I don't change the first or the last one. It's someone in the middle.
What do you do when they immediately text you, though? That's what happens
these
now.
days, at work, I don't have my phone on me, so they can't tell.
Nice.
There's also burner numbers you can give.
Yeah.
But yeah,
as a woman, it's tougher.
If you're on the street and someone's asking for your number, they can call your phone, and be did you get it? And they can see if you gave them their number, and it's scary. I've had guys do that too. So that's yeah. And then you don't know who you're dealing with until after they've been rejected.
How'd you shake the stalker?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I never I stopped answering the phone, obviously, and I think it took over a month for him to stop calling.
You probably found some other poor person.
He showed up to my work a few times.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I just hid in the back and told my manager about it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And your manager was cool with it?
My manager kept an eye out to make sure he wasn't following me or trying to come up to me.
That's good.
And so when he did, I would go in the back and my manager would take care of him.
Wow.
But that was it was that was my only experience with like, I luckily had more of a docile stalker.
Dude,
that
300 times a day is insane.
like, yeah, like no, not even
that
exaggerating.
Is insane.
Like I showed my parents like that.
Like that guy has a real problem.
Yeah.
Holy.
Because I was still living with my parents at the time. And so like I showed them like, hey, because back then you got charged by like the minute or with a phone call or whatever. Right. And so it shows up on the phone bill. Like it shows up like every time there's been a call.
Right.
Right. And so I was showing them like this guy, I like gave him my number and like I didn't expect this, obviously.
Holy
I just
shit.
was going to ignore him,
so
you know? Yeah. I wasn't even interested either. I just was too scared to not give him my number, which is the scary part.
But that's what some guys don't, they can't pick up on that.
I know. And then it's like, why do girls have to like throw in I have a boyfriend or whatever? Why can't they just say they're not interested? It's like, because we can't say we're not interested because do you know how many murder articles are out there that have like, and then guys are like, yeah, this hardly ever happens. I'm like, no, this happens more often. Like I believe this more often than not. Mm-hmm. And this new question about would you rather be in the woods with a bear or a man for 24 hours or whatever it is?
Yeah.
And all these women are choosing bear.
Yeah.
And guys are perplexed by it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, yeah, that's not surprising at all.
I get it.
Yeah. Will we know that like if we get confronted by the bear, we're gonna die? Yeah. But will we get psychologically tortured and raped and like all kinds of other demented shit happening? No. The bear will just insta kill us. The guy might be a psychopath.
Plus, bears are kind of cool. I don't know. I watch a lot of bear videos. They're pretty cool.
I'd be like, bear, do it to me swiftly.
Yeah.
Might get a koala bear.
Oh, that's a sick bear.
yeah. I'd be like, yes, I got the right bear. If it could be all kinds of different men, it could be all kinds of different bears.
Yeah. What if you see the koala and then you're like, oh, sick. Okay, I'm with a bear. That's awesome. And then you hear a guy sneeze.
Oh.
You're like, oh no, that wasn't the bear.
That's not fair.
That wasn't the bear.
I'd be like, redo.
Do koalas attack humans?
No, they just eat eucalyptus.
They just hug people.
They're so dumb they fall out of trees all the time.
Yeah, they're just huggers.
They're really dumb.
That's cute.
Yeah, pandas and koalas, totally great bears to get stuck in the woods with.
Love it.
Yeah.
Good advice out there. Good advice.
Yeah. But men, not taking my chances.
That is all the time we have for today.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all so much for listening. And we will catch you next time. Don't forget, if you have a question for us, email podcast@nikki.limo. And if you're part of our Patreon, your question goes to the top.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.